Welcome students. Myself Dr. Neelmani Gupta, Associate Professor, Government Dungar College, Bikaner, Rajasthan. In previous lecture, we have studied about different kinds of fluids and fluid motion. There are two methods for study of fluid motion. First is Lagrange's method and other is Euler's method. Today we start with streamlines or lines of flow. A streamline is a curve such that the tangent at any point of it at any instant of time coincides with the direction of the motion of the fluid at that point. Means direction of tangent is parallel to direction of velocity. If q is velocity, then q is parallel to dr. Rather, q cross dr equal to 0. Solving this, we have dx upon u is equal to dy upon v is equal to dz upon w, and this is the required differential equation of streamlines. If we draw streamlines through every point of a closed curve C in the fluid, we obtain a stream tube. Since at any point the fluid velocity is unique, the two streamlines cannot intersect except at a point where the velocity is 0, and this point is known as stagnation point. Also, since the velocity is entirely in the direction of the tangent at any point of the streamline, there cannot be any normal component of the velocity. That is, the fluid cannot flow across the streamline at any point in the normal direction. Next is path lines. A path traced out by a particular fluid particle during its motion is called path line. The differential equation of the path lines are dr by dt is equal to ui plus vj plus wk, that is q, or this can be written down as dx by dt is equal to u, dy by dt is equal to v, and dz by dt is equal to w. Now, what is difference between streamlines and path lines? The tangent to the streamlines given the direction of velocities of fluid particles at various points at a given time, while tangents to the path lines give the directions of velocities of a given fluid particle at various times. That is to say, streamlines show how each fluid particle is moving at a given instant, whereas the path lines show how a given fluid particle is moving at each instant. In a steady flow, that is when flow is independent of time, streamlines don't vary with time and coincide with path lines. Now we take one example. Find the streamlines and path lines of the particles of two-dimensional velocity field u is equal to x upon 1 plus t, v is equal to y, and w equal to 0. The differential equation of streamlines are given by dx by u is equal to dy by v is equal to dz by w. Substituting the given values of u, v, w in this equation, we have dx upon x by 1 plus t, dy upon y, and dz upon 0. So, by first two results, we have 1 plus t of dx by x equal to dy by y, and by last result, we have z equal to constant. Now, integrating both the sides, we have y is equal to a x raised to 1 plus t and z equal to c. Here, a and c are constants of integration. Means equation of the streamlines are y equal to a x raised to 1 plus t in the plane z equal to c. Now, for path lines, we have dx by dt is equal to u, dy by dt is equal to v, and dz by dt is equal to w. Substituting once again the values of u, v, w, we have dx by dt is equal to x upon 1 plus t, dy by dt is equal to y, and dz by dt equal to 0. Now integrating, first we get x equal to a of 1 plus t, second y is equal to b of e raised to t, and third z equal to c. Here capital A, B, C all are constants of integration. Now eliminating t between x and y, we get x equal to c1 log of y plus c2 and z equal to c. Here c1 and c2 are constants. So these are the results for streamlines and path lines. Now next is velocity potential. Let q is equal to ui plus vj plus wk is velocity at any point p x, y, z at any time t. Also, let the expression u dx plus v dy plus w dz is an exact differential, say minus d phi. So that we can write down minus d phi is equal to u dx plus v dy plus w dz. Now, d phi can be defined as del phi by del x of dx plus del phi by del y of dy plus del phi by del z of dz plus del phi by del t of dt, and right side as it is u dx plus v dy plus wz. Now here phi is a function of x, y, z and t. Now comparing both the sides, we have u is equal to minus del phi by del x, v is equal to minus del phi by del y, w is equal to minus del phi by del z, and 0 is equal to minus del phi by del t. Now minus del phi by del t equal to 0 shows that the phi is a function of x, y, z. This is independent, that means phi is independent of t. Hence q is equal to ui plus vj plus wk is equal to minus of I del phi by del x plus j del phi by del y plus k del phi by del z, or q is equal to minus del phi यानी और minus gradient of phi. This phi is defined as velocity potential. The negative sign is a conventional, but it ensures that flow takes from higher to lower potential. Next is surfaces orthogonal to streamlines. We know that the curves, that is streamlines given by dx by u is equal to dy by v is equal to dz by w. Suppose this is equation number 1. Cut orthogonally the surfaces which are given by u dx plus v dy plus w dz equal to 0. Suppose this is equation number 2. If equation 1 represents a streamline, then equation 2 gives surfaces cut orthogonally by streamlines, provided equation 2 is integrable. Now, to find the integrability condition for equation 2, let d phi is equal to 1 upon lambda u dx plus v dy plus w dz. Now, d phi can be written down as del phi by del x of dx plus del phi by del y of dy plus del phi by del z of dz, and right side as it is, that is 1 by lambda u dx plus v dy plus w dz. Now, by this result we have u is equal to lambda del phi by del x. Similarly, v is equal to lambda del phi by del y, and w is equal to lambda del phi by del z. From these results, we find that del w by del y minus del v by del z is equal to lambda del 2 phi by del y del z plus del lambda by del y del phi by del z minus lambda del 2 phi by del y del z minus lambda del lambda by del z del phi by del y, or this is equal to del lambda by del y del phi by del z minus del lambda by del z into del phi by del y. Suppose this is equation number 3. Similarly, we have del u by del z minus del w by del x is equal to del lambda by del z into del phi by del x minus del lambda by del x into del phi by del z. Suppose this is equation number 4, and similarly del v by del x minus del u by del y is equal to del lambda by del x del phi by del y minus del lambda by del y into del phi by del x, and this is equation number 5. Now multiplying equation 3 by u, equation 4 by v, and equation 5 by w, and then adding, we get u multiplied by del w by del y minus del v by del z plus v multiplied by del u by del z minus del w by del x plus w multiplied by del v by del x minus del u by del y is equal to 0. And this is the required condition that such orthogonal surfaces exist. Now we discuss kinds of different motions. First is a streamline or laminar motion. What is this? A fluid motion is said to be streamline motion or laminar motion if the tracks of a fluid particle form parts of regular curves. Second, turbulent motion. A fluid motion is said to be turbulent motion if the path of a fluid particle provides widely irregular curves. Third is steady motion. If the condition at any point in the fluid at any time remains the same for all time, then we say that the motion is steady. Or in simple words, we can say if the motion is independent of time, then that is known as steady motion. Next is rotational motion. If curl of q is not equal to 0 at every time and at every point. Q means velocity of the fluid. Similarly, irrotational motion means when curl of q is equal to 0, then the motion is known as irrotational motion. Curl of q means del cross q is equal to 0. In irrotational motion, curl of q equal to 0, यानी del cross q equal to 0.